Hey everybody, I'm coming back at you with yet another clay tutorial. And today I'm going to show you how to make this really adorable character from Sanrio called Tuxedo Sam. For my Sanrio and Hello Kitty lovers, it's one of the other characters that Sanrio has and I just absolutely love it. For more videos, please subscribe and do check out my other channel, MioMango, for more. Alright, let's get this tutorial started. You're going to start off with a light blue piece of clay and you're going to put two little edges on the bottom of a circle to form a penguin shape. And with a white piece of clay, you're going to flatten this out to be his little belly. And once you are done flattening it out, go ahead and stick it to the very bottom. I'm going to take my blade and just remove all the excess clay. Alright, so just smooth out any rough and uneven edges and your little penguin should look something like this so far. To form the tiny little sailor hat, you're going to take a little round circle of white clay and you're going to cut off part of the bottom. And this is going to form the bottom of the hat he wears on his head. Go ahead and stick this piece on the corner of his head. It doesn't really sit in the center, it kind of hangs off the side. So with a white piece of clay, you're going to roll a long thin snake about 2 millimeters in diameter. And with a roller, you're going to go ahead and flatten this out into a long thin sheet. You're going to place this sheet around the circle to form the top layer of his hat. And once you're happy with the placement, just remove all the excess clay and remember to smooth out any rough and uneven edges. Alright, so now that the basic part of the hat is done, let's move on to its accent. So you're going to take a light green piece of clay and roll this into a really long thin snake, about less than 1 millimeter in diameter. And once you're done, do the same thing as you did with the white clay. Just take a roller and you're going to flatten this out into a long ribbon. And you're going to place this ribbon on top of the original white layer that you put on. And this is going to form the decorative accent on his hat. Again, once you're done with this step, just remove the excess clay and smooth out any rough and uneven edges. For the little ribbon that sticks out, I'm just cutting off a tiny triangle on one tip of this green clay, and I'm just going to stick it into the edge of his hat, and I'm going to have it curl downward a little bit so it looks like the ribbon is sticking out. Alright, so now that the hat is done, let's move on to his adorable little flippers. And all I'm really doing is shaping kind of one hand poking out forward like he's going to wave because that's how he's always positioned. So I'm just making one flipper kind of stick outward and I'm just eyeballing how large this is going to be. It's about the width of 1/4 of his body or smaller. And once you're happy with the flipper, just go ahead and using your clay tools or your fingers, just smooth out the edges so you don't see any harsh lines. Now that he has one flipper, I'm going to move on to his bow. And I'm going to take a red piece of clay and all I'm doing is cutting out pieces of triangles to make his bow. I'm taking out one triangle on the top and one triangle on the bottom and you should have what looks pretty much like penne pasta for a bow. Once you're happy with the shape of the bow, go ahead and center this on the top portion of the white belly. To form the adorable little beak, I'm just taking some yellow clay and shaping it into a triangle and placing this on the blue part right above the bow. And of course, Tuxedo Sam needs adorable cute eyes. I'm just putting little black circles spaced evenly apart away from its beak to form his adorable little face. So now that the face is done, we can tack on the final flipper. And I tack it on last because this flipper kind of hugs the center of his body. So once again, using your clay tools or your fingers, make sure you smooth out any rough and uneven edges so that your little penguin has two adorable flippers that are kind of in movement. For his little feet, I'm taking a yellow piece of clay and again, I'm just cutting out tiny little triangles. I'm cutting out two triangles that are side by side to form his adorable little feet. placed his first foot pointing upwards on his right side, and I put the second foot facing downward so it looks like he's kind of walking slash dancing. And once you're done with this, you're ready to bake your little figurine in the oven about 250 degrees Fahrenheit. And your clay figurine is all done. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. For more like these, please subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram. My username is flyingmio, and share your creations with me. Just put #flyingmio and I'll be sure to check that out. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. Please do check out my personal channel, MioMango, for more videos, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!